The Immigrant Learning Center gives immigrant and refugee adults a voice. And they do that through 3 ways. They do it by teaching English and providing citizenship classes. They do it through our Public Education Institute that educates the public about immigrants and immigration. And we do it through our partnership with George Mason University, which provides research on the economic impact that immigrants and refugees have on the country.
ISC is not a place to study. I think it's a word, because we can not only study, we have a lot of people who help you in our life. We have the great teacher. It's a great opportunity to come at the ILC to study English. This is a great place. I really feel comfortable. I really feel good when I come here.
I am Diane Portnoy, the founder and CEO of the Immigrant Learning Center. My parents were Polish Jews who survived the Holocaust, but basically lost their entire families during World War II. The war ended in 1945. My parents found each other, and I was born a year later.
Diane's experiences from her own childhood are what really led to the creation of this institution. She is the heart and soul of the Immigrant Learning Center. It was her dream and her efforts that really began things. Whether it's from the curriculum we teach to how the Public Ed Institute does research projects, Diane's guidance has been there and always will be.
Say in 1948, Congress passed the Displaced Persons Act, which allotted an additional 400,000 visas for those people displaced in Europe during World War II. My parents applied, we were vetted, and somehow we were chosen. We lived in an area of Malden that was made up primarily of Jewish Holocaust survivors. No one spoke English. I was sent to nursery school immediately, so I learned English probably within a few months. But for most of the people in this neighborhood, it was very difficult. There was no family, no friends, nothing that they can culturally relate to. There were no free schools. There certainly was no money to learn English. I still am amazed that they somehow did learn English. And for years, I was the daughter that translated for them.
For me personally, being an immigrant myself, I see myself in all of the students. I came here when I was very young, but I also came with my mother. And so every day I walk through the halls, I see my mother in every single student. English is the gateway. It is the path for them to be able to do so many other things in this country.
When I was in Colombia, I was a flight attendant for 5 years. So for flight, I need to speak really good English.
I have a career, a degree, but from Colombia. So if I wanna do a master, first I need to learn English too.
I was a teacher, a Montessori teacher in Haiti. So the skills that I have, the talent that I have, it was not easy to use it. Why? Because of the language barrier, lack of English.
I think the significance of having proficient English skills helps not only in the career where a lot of people think and focus on, but also in helping family members. When it comes to medical care, education for your children, things about discussing with your teacher what's going on in the classroom. You really need to have some level of proficiency in English to make those productive discussions.
I feel very good now to speak with people. I'm not afraid. I was afraid when my phone was ringing and I saw American 1+1. I was like, oh my God, I have to speak. What am I gonna say? I can't talk. Since I start here, I feel better because I can take the appointment with the doctor. I can go to the store and say what I want, what I need.
This is a big opportunity for me because I need to learn more English for my goals. I have a daughter. She is 12 years old. She needs to learn too, and I need to learn her. and I don't need to pay anything because the life in this country is expensive.
During the late 80s and early 90s, the Berlin Wall had come down. There were a huge influx of people from Eastern Europe, and many of the refugees from Vietnam who had spent 10, 15 years living in these camps were suddenly permitted to come into the country. I was working 2 nights a week teaching English, so it was about 4 hours a week. It became very obvious that you couldn't learn English 4 hours a week. And so that's when I started thinking about, well, I would like to open a school. It took me about a year to prepare. First of all, I had to become a 501c3. I had to decide where I was going to open it. I had to write a curriculum. I have to hire staff. I had to rent a place. I had to get furniture. And the day we opened, November 9th, 1992, we were fully enrolled with 60 students and 80 on the waiting list.
We offer free English classes to immigrants and refugees at an intensive level. Students can get up to 12.5 hours of English classes a week. We are currently offering 19 in-person classes and 4 online classes at the Immigrant Learning Center.
They're really patient with us. They always try to understand all the students. My class, we have people like 6 different countries, and everybody have a different pronunciation, different cultures, different problems and mistakes with the English and with the pronunciation and with everything. And they always try to help you to find the good way to learn more.
In my position as Community Services Advisor, I work in tandem with the teachers to help our students access resources in the surrounding community, such as food resources, housing, how to find someone to help you do your taxes. Many of the things that we find second nature are not clear to people who have arrived here from another part of the world. Each person who comes to the ILC is a unique case. They have their own challenges, their own strengths. And here we collaborate with the students and with each other to find the students' strengths and help them embrace what they are able to do and learn ways to move forward.
Teacher here is very, very nice, like friendly, and I feel like my sister, my brother with my teacher. Every person here can help you for anything you think about, anything you can help you with.
In the English language department, students come in looking for English classes, and we offer, in our core program, we offer levels 1 through 4. We also offer a literacy program, and our literacy program is for students who have no or limited formal education in their native country. We also offer citizenship classes, and we also have family literacy.
So those students, what they do, if they are not capable of going to the core program, so they go to the literacy. Some of them have very limited education, and some of them have no education at all. So when they go to the literacy program, they have to start from scratch. And they learn how to read in a fun way. They learn how to write. We have conversation every single day. It is an icebreaker for the students, and it works well.
After 10 years as mayor, the needs are endless, and that's why we need as many resources as we can to help our community succeed. And I'm happy to say the Immigrant Learning Center is one of those big resources, because when people call us about where they can go to learn English, or how to interview for a job, or how to become part of an organization, it's a great feeling to be able to know that we can pick up the phone or drop an email over to the Immigrant Learning Center, and they have never once said that they don't have the capacity to be able to help. After what Diane and the center have meant to us, we wanted to do something. So we presented Diane her very own key to the city, which we rarely do, And it's just because of how we felt and what they mean to our city. And that's why I think we are where we are today, which is a community that is a welcoming place for all.
After 9/11, most of our students did not come back to school. They were afraid. And when they slowly did come back, we would hear the stories of how they were accosted on the streets. People yelling at them, "We don't need you here, you should go back to your own countries." And I couldn't help but think about my mother and something she experienced when she first came here. And that is, people would actually say to her, "Too bad Hitler hadn't killed all the Jews. You should go back to where you came from." I would like to see the public education program get the true picture of what immigrants and immigration means to the United States across to as many people as possible.
We think it's extremely important to continue that mission, especially what we see today in America with xenophobia and other things that are happening, where immigrants now are looked in a negative light and people don't understand their true contributions to the United States. It's a variety of activities going on within the Public Education Institute that helps deliver on our mission. One of which is our weekly podcast, where we talk to immigrant entrepreneurs and get people to understand the contributions that they've made individually. We also do research projects. We recently did one in regards to COVID and how immigrants were instrumental in helping the country get past the pandemic. We do conferences where we help teachers understand what the needs of their students are, especially their immigrant students, and how with small changes in the classroom, they can have a significant impact on those students. It's what happens to them when they leave this building, how society views them, how they treat them.
When you think of the Immigrant Learning Center's accomplishments, it's thousands of students who have come through our doors, and we think we've changed the lives of each one of those people.
I can speak with people, I can express myself, I can help my daughters to do her exercise, I can exchange with people.
I feel more proud, more confident, and I feel better when I can start to speak with my friends.
The EL Center is good, not only for me, it's good for my family too.
I very much wish that every individual who supports us could personally feel the gratitude that these students have. You know, the teachers feel it, I feel it when I walk into a classroom. I wish each one of you could walk into the classroom and feel what a difference you've made in these people's lives.
The people can give us the opportunity to have free classes, free services, free. I never seen that before.
Being a student of ILC is a great thing for me, because when I started learning English, I was a little bit afraid. I was scared to make mistakes when I talk to someone. But now I feel more comfortable to talk with another person, to have some conversations. So the ILC helped me so much.
The Immigrant Learning Center gave me a chance to learn English. This allowed me to express myself a little well. I would like to encourage donors to support in the Immigrant Learning Center so that it can always have the means to support immigrants in learning English. I know it's not easy, but your donation will be used to help the many immigrants who want to learn English for a better integration in the United States.
And ILC is very, very right place to any immigrant comes to the United States. I feel about my future, it's great, I wish, because my English, I feel approved now, because I can't talk with you, I can't talk with anybody. I think I feel the future for me, I hope, is great.